What up, guys? GangstaPranksta here, bringing you Underrated and Underplayed episode 11. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the Underrated and Underplayed, it's where we talk about games that I feel are underrated and underplayed pretty much by the gaming community. Games that have either, have gone under your radar, you overlooked or stuff. Just games that I feel are very underappreciated by some gamers. So this is where I talk about them and try and give them some exposure so people can fall in love with them and enjoy them just like I did. So today's game is Shank. Shank is a downloadable title available on PS3, Xbox 360, and probably PC too. PC gets everything and stuff. So Shank, let's talk about the story a little bit. Shank is a game about, you control this guy, and let's talk about what kind of game it is first. It's a beat 'em up side scroller, and it's a lot of fun. So let's talk about the story first. There's two different stories. There's a single-player campaign and a co-op campaign. So Shank is a ex-mob hitman. So he kills a bunch of people, of course. That's like it's a thing in video games these now. It's just killing people. Anyways, so you got two different campaigns. The co-op campaign's kind of like a prequel to the single-player. So you have you're Shank and you're with a fellow hitman, Falcone, however you want to pronounce it. And they have their single player and stuff. But I didn't actually get to play the co-op campaign, at least not finish it. But so we'll talk about the co-op later. But yeah, that's about it for the co-op stuff. But because I can't talk too much about it because I never really played it. But I did play the single player campaign. And the single-player campaign, you're Shank, and your girlfriend, your pregnant girlfriend, was murdered by a bunch of people, and you pretty much want to get revenge. So you go on a killing rampage, and you kill everything and everyone, and it's a very bloody and gory game. You get weapons like machetes, and shotguns, and chainsaws, and knives, and just... this is one of the most violent games I've played. But it's a lot of fun, and it's also really hard. The game was hard as shit. It was just extremely difficult, and I like that. I like a challenge, and I don't like everything to be easy. This game was like the perfect balance, like fun and hard. It's not hard to where it's like frustrating, where you want to quit the game. It's just like, okay, you got to learn like some of the bosses. You got to learn, their movements and stuff. So you just gotta adapt to the game pretty much. So the game's pretty fun. It lasts it'll give you a couple hours worth of fun, and I really enjoyed this game. There's a couple of things I did not like, but we'll get to that in a second. Another thing I really enjoyed about the game is the art style. The art style, it has like a very cartoonish comic book look. I really like that about the game. I thought it was very appealing, at least towards me, someone who likes comics and stuff. So, I don't know. It was just I really enjoyed that about the game. So, let's talk about some of the negatives real quick. So remember how I talked about the co-op campaign? Well, there's no real online multiplayer. The co-op is a couch co-op kind of thing. It's offline. You have to have a buddy beside you to play with you. And that's one of the things I really didn't like about this game. This game was released in August of 2010. So it's like, why didn't it have online co-op? I thought that was like really stupid of them not to include. But we'll talk about that again in a second. Because there's a sequel coming out, Shank 2. It'll be coming out very shortly, if not it's come out already. But that game... the sequel learned two things that the first one had a problem with. So the first game, my complaints were no online co-op. I thought that really hindered the game. And it also came out for $15. That's really expensive for a game that only is a pretty much single-player campaign. You have the co-op campaign, but not a lot of people have, people they can play with, They have a lot of buddies online, so it's like, I don't know why they didn't have an online co-ops thing or whatever, but in Shank 2, there's actually going to be online co-op, there's going to be a survival mode, there's going to be, another thing that I didn't, the $15 price point for what you got. It should have not been $15. I think when a lot of people look at a game that's $15 on PSN or XBLA or whatever, it kind of deters them from a game. You know, a game to spend that much money on a game you have nothing, you don't know anything about. It's kind of risky, and not a lot of people want to do it. So with Shank 2, they kind of learned their mistake, and they're actually offering the game up for $10, which is a great deal, especially since it has everything I've wanted in the first game, you know, co-op and make it cheaper. So I think that price point, $15, really hurt the first game, and not a lot of people checked it out. But then they discounted the price, and now it's $10. So I definitely recommend checking this out. It also has a demo, so if you're like, oh, you know, I'm interested in the game, but I don't want to buy it, I want to try it out, well, go try the demo. It's a lot of fun. It's extremely gory, and yeah, so you have been warned. A lot of blood and stuff. But other than that, I thought it was a really fun game. Very, very underrated. But, you know, if you have a friend, play the co-op campaign and play the single. And if you like it that much, maybe check out the sequel, Shank 2. That should be coming out soon. Again, if I said it should be out soon. If not, it's out already. So, yeah, definitely check out this game. I really enjoyed it. I feel it's very underrated and underplayed. So, yeah, so that's why I'm doing this. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Definitely check out Shank. It's a really fun game. And remember, if you like it a lot, check out the second one. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Peace out. See you guys in the next Underrated and Underplayed. Peace.